What's up, everybody? I'm Combat. Call me Red. It's my boy Zine.
What's going on?
It's my man Cub right there. You know, we want to welcome you to the Combat Cub podcast, where we going to reflect on fashion topics,
Okay.
combat tech,
Yes, sir.
funny videos, news around the world, whatever anybody want to reflect on.
Sounds good.
But enough of me. Let's get to this cast.
Like this part, right? Like you're cruising along, right?
You right. But then ain't nobody as classy as us, you know?
Yes, sir.
That never gets old.
No, sir, it doesn't.
Welcome back, everybody, to a Black History Month podcast sponsored by the one and only best podcast in America, Combat Cub. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Well, today we got a guest. You know, one of my twins going to talk about some Dr. K up in here and do her thing. But before we get to there, how was your week?
It's good, brother.
How good? Because you come in here fucked up. Look like you been drinking all night.
Drank that AG1 and it messed me up, man. I didn't get off the couch. I was playing my video game.
I don't even think that shit is meant for black people.
It might not be.
You drinking it.
You know, it's like, drink it if you want to.
Right? So, Tora, how was your week of school?
I didn't go to school half the week.
Oh, yeah, you right. We ain't going to discuss that no more. Bruh in the background,
Another week. Work.
another week of work. Well, my week was okay.
Yeah, how was your week?
It was okay. It got better after old Crown Royal come over to visit me. Yeah, he brought vanilla over. I'm like, ooh, vanilla. I'm like, let me hit that, my man, real quick.
All right.
So, you know, started drinking that. I woke up to him again. I'm like, damn, bro, you ever gonna leave?
What?
Like, damn, nigga, you gonna start paying rent.
Man.
But whatever.
Yeah.
But before we get into this Black History Month part of the podcast, man, do y'all know DMX 10-year-old daughter's rapping, bro?
What?
I didn't know that.
Like, for real. Look, the video. We finna show the video. You know, I own no rights to this music, you feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there so y'all ain't hearing. But
Whenever you is ready, sir.
oh yeah, you can play it.
All right.
It's only like almost a little over 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay. You said this is DMX's...
10-year-old
Youngster.
daughter, bro.
Okay. Here we go.
Why ain't it playing?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
it's
you
on
gotta
mute.
hit.
Dang. I'm not used to this, there's always something, you know what I mean?
You right, but
Always something.
we always overcome that problem
Every time.
as a team.
All right.
Like
You ready?
SpongeBob and Plankton. Yeah.
They're riding dirt bikes on here, aren't they?
I'm a little lady, got a little attitude. Please don't make me mad at you, cause now I'm not feeling you. Now I gotta get rid of you. That's just how I get down. I don't wanna sit down. Turn my music up loud. Yeah, we going up now. Yeah, I know I'm funny, I get it from my mommy. But I ain't no dummy. I know how to make money. Yeah, I'm living my dreams. Got some new earrings. I ain't gotta be me. I just gotta be me. Got a new iPhone. Yeah, I got my own. Use my GPS so I can find my way home. Yeah, this girl is brave. That's just how I'm made. I'ma do my music till I get good grades. You see A+ and a star on my paper. Yeah, I'm doing good. I can only get greater. Stop, drop.
I thought that shit's cool, bro.
Hit the wall.
That big ass dog, though.
Yeah, my kitty drip by its cold.
You know, that's a DMX breed.
Drop. Hit 'em
Man.
hard with that Judy rock. Hit the wall. Oh, yeah, my kitty drip by its cold. Kid on the grind, and I'm super fly. I can't even lie. I do more than try.
What?
All I do is win.
What?
Then do it again. I ain't even 10. That's word to my friend. Princess, your highness. Mommy is my style. Look at the way I do this. Fun me in the shower. All the kids with it. Johnny Rock, we did it. Hit the wall with it. That's right, we did it. No more homework to do. I'ma do me, not you. JR is great, put the icing on the cake. I just show love, ain't got time to hate. Stop,
That's what's up.
drop,
Okay.
hit 'em hard with that Judy rock. Hit the wall, oh, yeah, my kitty drip ice cold. Stop, drop.
She lost me when she said she got a PS5 in her room.
Well, I mean,
It was cool. It was sweet though. You feel me? She'll get better.
yeah, I guess eventually.
Oh yeah, it's in her bloodline, bro. She a rough rider. You feel me?
That's right. That was the name of his.
Rough Riders, bro.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since I checked all that. So what we got next?
Tora, you want to tell us a little bit about old Dr. King?
I guess I will. Okay, so before like his "I Had a Dream" like speech, he was a preacher. So, like he already knew like, and so like when he went to go say "I had a dream," he had another speech that he was gonna do instead of that. But there was a person that told them that he should do his "I Had a Dream" speech, and so that's when he said he did the "I Had a Dream" speech, August 28th, 1963. And then his last speech was April 4th, and that was like, it was that morning before Martin Luther King got shot at that hotel. He got shot leaning over the rail talking to Mrs. Jackson.
Oh,
Yeah, and the guy said that when he got shot,
For real. Oh, my bad.
the guy said when he got shot in the jaw, and one of his shoes fell off. And he yelled to the police officers to get an ambulance because their lines were cut, so they couldn't call.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Is that true?
And then, like, also back then, that's when, like, the white people would start beating on all the African Americans. And, like, they would have, like, fire hoses sprayed at the African Americans.
Yeah, that's true.
That was right there when he got shot the same day.
No, it's like,
it was going
it was
on
around
in the
it,
process
yeah.
in that whole time frame, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew about all that. Yeah,
When cops just brutally just pick out random black people and beat
start-
the shit out of them with their little Rodney King sticks.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I didn't know that they cut the lines, the phone lines.
like, they,
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
That was news to me.
Interesting.
yeah, I was watching something about it yesterday, and it said he went to go call, but the lines weren't working.
Wow, doesn't surprise me.
That's some government shit. Just like JFK, it was the government, and JFK was a nigga. His skin tone might have been white, but on the inside, he was a nigga. He was a nigga.
Yeah, and the guy said that they never said that, like, they don't say, oh, he died. They said we lost him. Instead of saying, oh, he died, he passed away. They said we lost him instead.
He was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
Well, he
Well,
was
he
murdered.
died because he was murdered, but that's a way of kind of minimalizing it.
Yeah.
I know that the FBI was also a part of a lot of the racial things. They would instigate things and
Told you.
infiltrate
The
black,
feds, bro.
black institutions and
Can't trust them motherfuckers for
Organizations.
shit.
Yeah, there's a movie over it.
yeah. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Man, watch Selma, Lord Selma. Man, that movie will change your life.
I started
That's
watching
about-
that last night, too.
Man, that's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't watched it,
And
and
of course-
that brings you up on Black history too. You feel me? Within that time period,
And of
and
course,
this is about the same time period she talking about.
the
Yeah.
CIA too doing their thing.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
fresh
bringing
as hell
drugs
when
in.
the feds watching.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you go, what, 60 years back? You look at the family unit 60 years ago. It don't look like it does today in the black community.
Mm-mm.
No, sir. 100 years doesn't look like that. Well, maybe not 100. Well, yeah, 100. It's crazy. It's crazy. Are you ready?
Yeah. This is
Okay.
the "I Had a Dream" speech by Martin Luther King.
All right.
tells you about, what's going on in that little area.
I can't believe your Xbox died.
On a hot day in August 1963,
Man.
Dr. Martin
You
Luther
had to put
King
that on
Jr.
national
delivered a
TV?
speech that would define
Yes, sir.
the civil rights movement.
Yes, my Xbox died.
This, of course, was his I Have a Dream speech, delivered on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom.
Ooh, can you pull it up a little bit? It's really low over here.
I have a dream that my
Is that good?
poor little children
Yeah,
will
that's
one
good.
day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
The March on Washington served as a massive push for economic and political justice for African Americans. Held during the year celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, crowds marched on the National Mall to watch a variety of musical performances and speeches. Dr. King, a Baptist preacher and prominent civil rights leader, was scheduled to speak towards the end of the day, his debut on the national stage. Up until that point, King mostly addressed small crowds at black churches, rallies, or fundraisers. This time, he would be seen by nearly 250,000 people on the ground, as well as millions at home watching on television. This was an opportunity to reach a wide audience and persuade the public and the government to take action against racial injustice. The night before, King worked with a close group of advisors to get the speech just right. They worked through the night, settling on a final draft in the pre-dawn hours of August 28. Interestingly, the phrase, "I have a dream," a phrase he used in earlier speeches, was nowhere to be found in this copy. The words wouldn't manifest until almost halfway into Dr. King's speech, when gospel singer Mahalia Jackson, who had performed earlier in the day, called out to him from the sidelines to tell them about the dream. King set his prepared remarks aside and improvised the rest, crafting a soaring speech that would sear into the minds of millions of Americans.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
The speech was divided into two parts. The first listed the injustices that African Americans faced: segregation, police brutality, disenfranchisement, and discrimination, and urged a call to nonviolent action. The second launched into King's dream of peace and racial harmony, a vision of a future in which people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I have a dream.
Highlighting King's skills as a preacher, I Have a Dream was part sermon and part poetry, using rhetorical devices like repetition, rhyme, and vivid metaphor to drive his points home. It was peppered with historic, biblical, and literary references that moved the crowd. This message of struggle and hope became
Look
the
how many
defining
people showed
moment
up,
not
bro.
only of King's career, but also the civil rights movement. Both the speech and the March on Washington were credited with helping secure the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a landmark piece of legislation that ended segregation and banned discrimination on the basis of race or sex in the workplace.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
The speech also resonated with activists around the globe. I have a dream. The phrase that wasn't even meant to be in his final draft appeared in political actions all around the world. It's considered one of the world's most transformative and influential speeches, alongside others like Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and Winston Churchill's Blood, Toil, Tears, and Sweat. I Have a Dream is only one of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s many achievements, but it's nonetheless one of the most pivotal.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Amen. And they did too.
You can can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream.
Amen. She nailed it. Nailed it. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That picture don't like you. That's why I scooted like this.
You might have to scoot it up onto the ridge like that and then let it rest back. Yeah.
It'll still find a way to hit her.
It might. It might stay.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I think I should.
what
put
y'all
it
think
there.
about the whole Martin Luther King movement? Very inspirational, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I listen to in history.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Very.
It just got me to thinking about the kind of positioning that even then it was, and I've heard it said before. I heard it when Barack Obama was, when he was, when he was elected. I heard can't remember where. The people who were running everything, I guess, they were like, well, let's see what happens. They didn't interfere. And it's like, well, we'll give him one. He, of course, won't be able to be in another. But he won a second time. So it was interesting. It's kind of like the sentiment was back then as it is still today of those who are in power, like, let's let them have their little demonstration.
You right.
And you see this played out in like the interference of law enforcement, FBI, back in the day.
All the crickets.
Yeah, well, how they were infiltrate those, the black organizations and tear them down from within by pitting each of them against each other. Same things. That's how they take down countries too. It's well known, but it's the same strategy. But it's just like even there, it's just like looking at all that footage. It's like you see all the people there and even like the newspaper clipping. It says they're coming from everywhere. That was even an angle
Yeah,
too.
it said they're pouring in from everywhere.
Yeah, that was a. So it's like, wow.
Everybody was tired of it, man.
No. That was the angle of the newspaper. They're pouring in from everywhere. It's a slick racial thing. Meaning, I don't know. I can't remember what one of the references, but it's the idea that they're hiding from, behind every rock, or they're in the trees somewhere, or what I mean. It's that same type of sentiment. And it's like it's a what do they call I don't know what you call it. It's a jab, but it passes as okay. You can take it either way you want to, and take it either way you want to. But that is 63?
Yeah.
So they were burning black people, hanging black people. So I mean, how could it not be that? You know what I mean? So, but then what does it mean now when people do that? When they're trying to be slick, funny. It's just, it's not even needed. I mean, the whole movement was so that, people of color could have the same liberties, because we tried to have our own thing over in Tulsa, our own thing up in Harlem. And both times on false accusations, they started, they had a riot and came and burned the cities down. I mean, so you won't let us have our own stuff. Well, let's at least be equal and share in the wealth. And it's just like, what?
I mean, it just wasn't the 60s, though, bro. If y'all remember the Rodney King, the Watts riot, when 4 cops beat up a black dude in the middle of the street.
I remember that.
I mean, yeah, they burnt down L.A. You feel me? Flipping cars, busting into buildings, burning buildings. I mean, it was crazy. But
That's wild.
I mean, racism it's still out there. It exists. It never went away. I mean, yeah, we might all get to use the same bathrooms and shit. You feel me? Without being, separated, but racism's still there.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a fuck what none of these motherfuckers say anywhere in America.
Yeah.
It's still there. Like,
I don't necessarily believe that it kind of, inhibits, like specifically me. It doesn't inhibit me in the success of me being a businessman. It doesn't. I mean, if it does, I'm not aware of it, but because I'm judged based on my ability to be able to do what I said I can do. And that is the seed of my success as well. So it's like I'm judged on what I can do. So in a way, I am living that dream.
I'm just judged.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Fuck them. Give a damn.
Yeah. Man.
You done talking about the doctor?
Well, there's one more thing. So, like, he's very religious, as y'all know, probably. There's one thing he said. He said, I'm glad that I don't have to, that God said not to like, but to love, because love is stronger than like. And so he was referring that to all, like, the people that was being, like, racist and stuff and doing all those things.
Yeah.
And he said he just wants love to come into the world from both colors.
That's deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that was one of the good things about Dr. King, though, man. He spoke from the heart. And I'm just like, he was fed up with it. I mean, hell, 250,000 people. I bet you there was more than 250,000 people on that Capitol.
There was.
He was probably pushing a good meal. You feel me?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like the Million Man March.
Wasn't that the Million Man March?
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So how was there 250,000 when there was supposed to be the Million Man March?
See?
I thought more than 500,000 showed up for the Million Man March.
I don't know. Been a while.
Very much.
Damn. Is that it? That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got right
All
now.
right, all right. We're doing something different this episode, all right? Just bear with us. Hand movements. I love it. Sign language through the hands. Really?
No.
You want to talk about hand language?
Hey, just don't knock over the camera. Okay.
You should swing and knock the camera off.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Huh?
I heard it.
All right. Oh, it's going to be interesting.
I'll let you come this way, then I'll go.
All right. Think little.
All right, that's not going to work. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Well, I mean, I'll be cutting it out. So, I mean, we can.
Here we go.
Well, he fucking made it.
All right.
What, a year you asking?
Man, like, looked like he was trying to get across the Rio Grande.
Nah, I was just imagining you in basic training trying to do what you did.
Oh man. We was lower than that. We was lower than that.
Big for all that, bro. White thing never went to basic training.
My brother Kyle finally shows his face, and he got something to remark on the Black History thing. A couple of remarks. So it's good getting feedback from everybody or input. Yeah. You need that.
Big feet.
Big feet.
What up?
Welcome. You here?
I'm here.
That's what's up.
About time, I guess.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, insight us on your thoughts on Black history, bro.
Been waiting for a
Wow.
while.
Which part of it?
All of it?
I mean, we can hit all part of it.
I want to hear about the White Panthers.
All right. So I don't want to get this wrong. Let me double check on the exact date.
Uh-oh. All right. Yes, sir.
This nigga could have been researching that the whole time he was sitting over there in that damn chair.
You are 100% correct. That's what I thought. Okay, so
That's bad. I'm out of sun
there
drop
were
too.
three white people that started the White Panther Party. The White Panther Party actually was a reply to Huey P. Newton going on live television and doing an interview saying, where's all the white people who support this movement? What is there that white people can do to help us? Because I know not all white people are racist. I meet some of y'all that do help and want to progress our movement. So where are y'all at? We need your help.
Yeah.
And you had, now I'm not even going to try to speak this name. I'm not going to disgrace that name by trying to speak it. But then you have Lenny Sinclair and John Sinclair. Now, I don't know much about the other two, but John Sinclair was actually one of the biggest marijuana activists during that time, because this man went to prison for 10 years for selling or giving an undercover cop 2 joints.
10 years?
10 years. Yes,
no
sir.
way.
Yes, sir. You can look it up. He became one of the biggest. He was actually, this is the crazy thing.
That's why I heard that name before.
Yep. He was released because of John Lennon and Okinowo, or the other guy that was in the group with John Lennon. But John Lennon helped him get released a pardon.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
John Lennon was trying to get that weed.
You think he already had to connect by then?
I know, right? He said that shit wasn't good enough.
Oh my goodness.
I guess Rick Ross had to stop selling his shit all by then. But now anyway, so John Sinclair, he came. Him, Lenny Sinclair, and Pun. They all in November of 1968, they came out with the White Panther Party.
Okay. And
it was help out Huey P. Newton and the Black Panther Party. Their first, they had a 10-point program, just like the Black Panthers did. Their first point of the 10-point program was to fully endorse and 100% push the Black Panther 10-point program. That was their very first point. Was, hey, this is the number one thing we're doing. This is it. John Sinclair was, you could look at him like a hippie, they said. So a lot of their stuff was also a clean air, a clean earth, trying to make sure everybody has jobs, just trying to do the right thing, a righteous movement.
Damn, they were trying to go green a long time ago.
Yep. Now, of course, the government and everybody else made them radical, is what they call them. They called them a radical anti-war movement.
Interesting.
Yes, and they actually used a White Panther.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Never heard of it. But that makes sense, though. I mean, a community or a group that supports, I
mean, you have to think the Alabama bus during when all the people got beat up in Alabama. Was it Birmingham?
Was it Selma or
probably Montgomery?
Montgomery, yeah. The first people off the bus was white people. Go back and do the history on it. The first people off the bus was white people. They took the more lashings than anybody there. They were the kind of the line. Like, hey, look, you want those? You got to come through us first.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's their punishment.
They did a lot of shit like that back in the day, though. To the white people that was against was
they still do
with
it, bro.
us. You feel me?
They still do it.
Yeah, they still.
I was in Walmart a month ago and I got called a wigger because of my hair.
Oh.
I was fully dressed out in boots, not Wranglers, but Levi jeans and a regular T-shirt, and I'm with my family. All it is because I have my hair twisted in braids. I have a 6-foot-something dude, black guy in full country outfit, the same way my brother wears it. Walked right past me with his teenager son. I was like, man, if that's a wigger, I ain't never seen one.
I would have punched that nigga in his shit.
That was my first, bro. To this day, I still regret I didn't. But I was with my family.
I don't give a fuck who with me, where the fuck we at.
And that's a long story. And to the man, I hope he see this. Any day, one-on-one. Any day, one-on-one, bro. Any day. You caught me the wrong day with my kids. Next time, you and me. I'll show you what I'll show you something what I can do to you.
Oh, no.
But to this day, bro. I'll do it. That's fine. My brother can handle it. I'm cool with that. He got the same complexion anyways. He's about 100 pounds on my brother. He'll still
But I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Dog walk you. But no, I mean, it still happens to this day, man. I mean, I see it happen all the time.
So a black guy in cowboy boots and a cowboy hat?
Cowboy had a real tree jacket on, cowboy boots or muck boots, you know what I'm saying? Wranglers. He had a fishing pole in his hand, man. He was about to go and teach his son how to fish. Like, he was on some real daddy duty type shit.
This is at Walmart?
And at Walmart right here in Lawrenceburg. And I literally was walking past with my cart and dude popped it off, and I just stopped and I looked at him. And my first instinct was like, hold up, bro, right here, right now.
Well,
I just really? Like, really, man? Like, you 35, 40 years old. I'm 33, bro. You really right now?
I would have took his fishing pole, nigga, and went and bought it for myself.
I thought about sticking the fishing pole, shining it up real nice.
No, not shining.
Turning it sideways and sticking it straight up his ass right in front of his son.
But what I thought was the irony was a black guy with cowboy boots.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's what makes me wonder, what was on his face? Was he serious or was he
I thought he was joking at first. So I stood there staring at him, and he stopped and looked back at me and smiled. And I was like, this dude's serious. Like, he literally was... He was really serious. And I started turning around, walked off with my kids, and this man came up and was he was really trying to get the issue that night. He really was. He was pressing the button, dude.
That doesn't make any sense.
And my wife says I had the most patience out of everybody, so I must.
Yeah,
because,
you do because nigga, I'm from
all I think about, bro, is a WWE match. I wanted the body slam right there in the middle of the toy section. Like I just want to take that mic serious.
Look, this is the thing, nigga. I'm from California. All my family's black. You feel me? Every one of them. You feel me? And yeah, I'm in the South now. Nigga, I wear cowboy boots. You feel me? Man, that's all right. Come on, bro. I ain't finna walk around. God damn! How hard of a hit do you need? That's all you heard.
Wow.
Fuck up my story, nigga. Let's get back to the video.
Shut up, Ginger.
Uh-oh.
I wish I had a taser gun.
Oh, we can get it popping.
Oh no,
We can get it popping.
don't
2
think it'll
tasers
be-
at one time. See which one pee first.
You.
Not me. Not me. I got more weight on me. I can handle more.
Oh, then that's cool.
It
Because I'm
hits
going
your
for
bones
I'm going
faster.
for your nutsack. I ain't going for none of this.
And you got a chain on too? Oh, bro, it's over.
I'll taser myself, but your
Bet you
nutsack is
won't.
gonna be
Bet
electrocuted.
you won't taser yourself.
Go give me a taser. We'll do it right here on fucking now. We'll go live.
Next week. I'm going to Ethers right here. I'm going to Ethers this week. Tomorrow morning, I'm picking me up a taser.
Handheld or a police?
Handheld. You can't get a police one without a license. I done tried.
Bullshit.
Bro, I done asked. Ain't nobody trying to sell them. Give me one.
You ain't asking the right people.
Obviously
You
not.
ain't asking the right.
Too much information, feds.
Yeah. Fuck the ATF too.
I'm going to stay fresh.
I forgot about them niggas. ATF.
Nah, you got to work with the TBI.
I ain't worried about them fools. They just like the FBI, a bunch of bitches.
I did not say that. I am scared of y'all. I am just trying to live my life and pay my bills with a
I'ma
legal
be real.
job. I promise.
The TBI is
I ain't got no problem with you.
the TBI is better than the FBI. They actually handle business. You feel me? TBI handles their business.
Oh, yeah.
FBI, they be on some bullshit. That's what the B stand for on FBI. Bullshit.
I had to say this much.
All right.
I watched the TBI come and get a predator off of 6th Street when I was a kid. And
It was probably
thank y'all.
15 deep.
Shout out to y'all. And they was.
Yeah.
They wasn't
What
playing.
happened?
My neighbor, he was a correctional officer at a prison somewhere here in Tennessee, and they must have caught some child pornography in his phone or
That
something.
nigga stupid.
And next thing
Dumbass.
I know, like 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, they came, pulled up at his house, 4 or 5 SUVs deep, came in, took his computer. I mean, stripped his house, took everything.
Almost like what we did to Bin Laden when they killed him.
But
Nigga, they
that
took
that
every
was my first
fucking
experience with
every
TBI.
electronic out of that place that they knew that was valuable and had valuable information. They yanked that shit out.
Dang.
Yeah, that's how they do it, bro.
I just noticed y'all got me the pink mic.
Fuck the mic. Let's get back to it, man. Boo, this is a Black History podcast, man.
That's a great color, man.
Oh, no, I love pink.
Look.
I'm cool with pink.
That's my favorite
I
color.
got another video.
Breast cancer awareness.
We all been talking about Dr. King, you know, black inventors. I still can't believe a nigga come up with the super sucker, but whatever. All right, we're gonna get on to my.
Oh, bro, I did not know that.
For real,
That did not surprise me, though. I'm cool with that.
Black dude created the super soaker.
And that's like Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass don't get enough, you know what I'm saying? He don't
Frederick
get enough.
Douglass was the first nigga to probably hit a white girl.
What?
I don't know about that, man. Now, there was some
Where
slave
is
owners that hit white girls
You probably
way
right
before.
though, but Frederick Douglass, he was dating one nigga. They say that nigga had jungle fever. That's what they called it, black and white jungle fever. Yeah, that's what it was.
No. He would have to have vanilla fever or something. It'd be different for him.
No, she had jungle fever.
Yeah,
I guess
she
they
had
call,
jungle
they
fever.
calling us, you know, animals.
Yeah, she had jungle fever is what they call it on that bullshit. But he would have had
All right,
something
bro.
else if he
Let's
was hit
get,
a white
man,
girl.
nigga. Let's get to Harriet Tubman, nigga. Damn, bro. I'm trying to listen to my great
on, let's do it then.
grandma.
All right, here we go.
Great grandma.
Bio dot whatever. Here we go.
Is that it?
Martin Luther King
Oh,
Jr.
no.
was born
you wanna
in
do that one?
Atlanta,
You
Georgia
restarted.
in 1929.
No, this is the next one.
Yeah, this is
Is
the
it?
next Martin
Yeah,
Luther
this is
King
the
one he
first
had
one.
set up.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You had one or two?
It should be another one on it. There it is. Yep, that's it.
10-4. Can't believe you got rid of it, man. You gonna get another Xbox.
Quick, bro.
All
Quick.
his
right.
all his
Can't
players
believe
that he played with, he will not be on Xbox tonight.
Juggalo. Man, you gonna do Jug like that?
I can't do jug like that. That's my dude.
It's okay though, because I can beat him on the sticks. That's why he broke the Xbox, because I hurt his feelings. So it's okay.
No.
That's why he don't have a game no more.
Yep. This is what? What happened?
I beat you in the game.
You beat who in the game?
You
You didn't beat shit, nigga.
Said what? Oh man.
Play with me.
I can't deal with you, bro. I control that next time.
Huh?
You heard me.
Huh?
Oh. All this
Boring.
burning going on, man. I'm glad you're a firefighter.
No, former.
Former. Oh, yeah.
Don't get it twisted. He's still running the burning houses if need be.
Oh, if I need to, I will. In a New York minute.
He would rather play with the hose though.
No, I'd rather be in there ripping the fucking ceiling out with a pike pole
That
to
do
get
sound
to the
fun, though.
fire.
Hey,
And
look.
then I'll play with the hose.
Speaking of hose, during the Harriet Tubman times, they didn't have to worry about that too much, did they? They didn't have too many water hoses during then, did they?
They had
Back-
fire.
Yeah, they had fire
brigades.
departments back then, but it was more like a water cannon. Yeah,
And
like
buckets.
and buckets, bucket brigade. That's where the bucket brigade come in, you know, back in them times. But
Yeah.
I'm just glad now that it's all high tech and they're really for protecting firemen. Like, that's amazing. The history. We ain't even gonna get. That'd be another podcast because I can get into the history of the fire department all day.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
In history,
Bam.
Harriet Ross Tubman was many things in her long life: slave, liberator of slaves, Union Army spy, suffragette, and a public speaker. She used the force of her convictions to save lives and fight against oppression. Harriet was born into slavery in the early 1820s on a plantation in Dorchester County, Maryland.
I remember them
Named
times.
Araminta, or Minty, at birth, she was one of 9 children. Her mother, Harriet Ritt Green, was the cook on the plantation owned by Mary Pattison Brodus, while her father, Ben Ross, managed the timber business on a nearby plantation. Ritt tried to keep her family together, but when Mary Brodus' son, Edward, sold the 2 older girls in the family, they were separated forever. Later, when her youngest son was going to be sold to a trader in Georgia, Ritt hid him for a month with the help of other slaves and free blacks in the community. She would threaten violence to anyone who tried to take him. Eventually, Brodus backed down, and the defiant acts of her mother influenced Harriet and her belief in the possibilities of resistance. From a young age, Harriet looked after her younger siblings while her mother worked at the big house. When she was 5 or 6, Mrs. Brodus hired her out as a general cleaner and nursemaid to a local family, the Cooks. Life was hard for Harriet because she was beaten by Mrs. Cook when she was too slow doing chores. Harriet also worked on muskrat traps in the nearby marshes. Once, she became so ill from the swampy work conditions, she was sent home to recover. Fortunately, her mother was a renowned healer and was able to nurse her back to health. Then she was sent to work as a nursemaid for a woman known as Miss Susan, which was another painful experience. Harriet was whipped any time the baby she cared for woke up and cried. On one
That's fucked
occasion,
up.
she received 5 beatings before breakfast. So she started to wear extra layers of clothing as protection, and she even ran away for a week. In her early teens, Harriet suffered a serious head injury when she was struck by a metal weight thrown by an overseer. He had been aiming at another slave who was making an escape attempt. The blow is believed to have fractured her skull. She was left untreated for several days, and for the rest of her life, she experienced excruciating headaches, seizures, and sudden narcoleptic episodes. The injury also believed to have caused visions and vivid dreams, which she saw as messages from God. Although illiterate, she was taught Bible stories from her mother. She preferred the Old Testament, where enslaved people were freed, rather than the New Testament with its emphasis on obedience. When Harriet's father, Ben, turned 45, he was granted his freedom, as promised by his owner, Andrew Thompson. Some years later, Ben hired a lawyer to investigate his wife's status. Rit had been made a similar promise by Mrs. Brodess's father, but it had never been honored. However, making a successful legal challenge was almost impossible. In 1844, Harriet married a free black man called John Tubman and legally changed her name from Araminta. John Tubman was older, and the marriage was complicated due to her slave status, and according to law, any children they had would be considered property. In 1849, Edward Brodess attempted to sell Harriet due to her continued ill health. He was unsuccessful. During this, Harriet prayed that Brodess would die. But when this happened a short time later, she said that she regretted her earlier prayers. With Brodess's death, it was even more likely that Harriet and her immediate family members would be sold. She would not wait for that to happen. On September 17, 1849, she tried to escape with her brothers, Henry and Ben. At the time, all three had been loaned out to a nearby plantation, so their absence was not immediately noticed. A reward of $100, about $3,100 in modern currency, was offered, but within days, all three had returned. Harriet was the most reluctant. Soon after, she escaped for good via the Underground Railroad. This was a network of abolitionists in the United States and Canada who guided escaped slaves to the free states and provinces of the North. It was a diverse group made up of men, women, free blacks, slaves, both white and indigenous supporters, Quakers, Methodists, and Baptists. Like the escapees who had gone
everyone,
before
yeah.
and would go after her, Harriet
all there for the
traveled by
same
night
cause,
and
same
took
purpose.
shelter in safe houses during the day. She traveled this way to avoid the bounty hunters patrolling the area. She was guided to freedom across the Mason-Dixon line by using the North Star Railway and oral instructions from railroad operators. Once safely in Philadelphia, Harriet joined the local abolitionists, one of which was William Still. Still admitted his life's work to help runaway slaves and kept detailed records in the hopes that they would be reunited with family members. He was instrumental in helping Harriet bring families along the Underground Route. In 1850, the Fugitive Slave Law was passed in Congress. It severely punished anyone who aided escapees and compelled law enforcement officials to help in their capture. This law even applied in states which had outlawed slavery. So, the railroad extended itself to southern Ontario to escape the new law's jurisdiction mandate. Canada was part of the British Empire, where slavery had been abolished years earlier. At the end of 1850, Harriet's niece, Mary Ann, and her two children were about to be auctioned near Baltimore. Mary Ann's
cut it
husband,
whenever.
who was a free man,
That's
man.
I was doing a little Black history research this morning and was wondering how the slaves got to Canada. Well, they come from Ohio to Canada to avoid being sold, avoid being beat, avoid, being separated from their families. So instead of going to any other, slave state, they took a shot for Canada. And that's why we got natives and, our people that was in Canada back in the day, you feel me?
Yeah, they just stayed.
Canada was open up to freedom, so, why not try to make a run to Canada? But on top of that, George Washington, there's a church that they used to take slaves and store them under the church or little tunnels. George Washington was the one who built them tunnels. Yeah, I didn't know that until today. He built the tunnel. It's one long tunnel that leads to 7 different ways, man, but it all goes under the church, and that's where they kept slaves at that was running.
Wow. Did George Washington have slaves?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
So he owned slaves and hid slaves. How did he treat his slaves?
I don't know.
I'm going to check into that now.
I don't know.
That'd be kind of funny if he was cruel to his slaves, but he hid out other slaves.
That nigga a hypocrite.
I would hate to say that, but I mean, that's life though. That's human nature. People being that way. I mean, but you would think if he treated his slaves too good, then they would have hated him.
Yeah.
And he never became the first president.
The interesting thing is, I can't remember what they were called, but there was a black president before George Washington too. And then there were slaves too at that time. So it's weird.
That's weird.
So apparently, it's not what we understand it to be today, what it was back then. So it became something. And I know that whenever the cotton industry came into full swing, that's where most of the motivation was to continue slavery. But yeah, it's a lot of history we just don't know anything about.
Right. But Harriet Tubman was a G though, bro.
Yeah.
As much as she went through, seen, and still was able to get free from them motherfuckers and free others, like, that's what's up.
It is.
They said that she had excruciating headaches on a daily basis almost.
Seizures and all kind of shit, bro, because of that fucking rock.
She still had to get up and do everything that her master wanted her to do. Her slave owner, whatever you want to call.
That's
but
crazy.
That's why they say black is strong, man.
I know people nowadays that won't even get up and go do a 4-hour shift at work because they head hurt just a little bit. Imagine what she went through. Like, that's some real soldier type stuff. And then to go through and the next 15, 20 years do what she did, there ain't too many like her, man. They ain't built like that no more. People ain't built like that no more, man. That's a whole different generation. Man, woman, child, and all. No matter what you are.
Yeah. Yeah. I need some battery power here. I got like 9%.
Well, that's what's up, man. Y'all, I ain't got nothing else till next week.
All right. I have nothing.
Nothing. You got anything, bro?
I'm good. I guess I'm going to do some more research this week.
Right. You ain't got shit. Put your damn hand down.
I'm loyal.
Kids.
Well, check this out. It's your man Combat coming from the couch. You know, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. You know, we trying to bring a little bit of history, you know, put it in y'all heads. You know, we're trying to head fuck y'all instead of ear fuck y'all. So, your boy Cub is sitting over here on the right. He gonna douche you up, you feel me? And of course, you got Kyle, this nigga that said he could whoop my ass in gaming on the left. But once again, man, it's your man Combat. Check me out.
Sticks and stones.
What? This nigga.
This ginger.
This podcast. People enjoy it, man. People enjoy it.
They better.
Oh, God.
Pooh Shiesty.
Oh, God.
I still feel like we need to have like a bunch of bulletproof vests back here or something.
What? Why?
Like Combat Cub. We need more combat in here.
Oh, my God.
I got enough combat right here.
I mean, we have enough Cubs right here. You know, now we need combat.
One love, we out.